I have a problem.
Hi friends, Vika here. This month, I've done it again. I bought a ton of books and I guess I'm gonna show them to you because why else would I have bought a ton? So this past month, I've had Dead Week, I've had Finals Week, I've had midterms also, and retail therapy is a thing, you guys. So I've bought a ton of books, a ton, and I'm proud I actually held them up. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first book I bought was The Lies of Locke Lamora by Lynch, and I actually had started this book a while ago. I had started it on audiobook and then I didn't quite finish it, and so I have restarted it. I'm almost done with it. I'm like 75% of the way through, if not more, and I love it. I love it. So Lies of Locke Lamora is about a guy named Locke. He's an orphan, and due to certain events, he eventually ends up being trained as a thief, and it's really cool. And then so there's like two different timelines happening. There's like the past, like during his training, and present day, not our present day, but his present day, and the events that happen with that. There's a lot of fun, there's a lot of adventure, there's a lot of power moves, and it's a good fantasy novel and series. Actually, I got the second book as well, the Red Seas Under Red Skies. So when I finish this, I'll get to this eventually. So I just bought both at the same time because I knew I wanted to read the second book. Next books I got was, so I was at a bookstore just chilling to, you know, de-stress after a final or a midterm or whatever, and I ended up in the children's section, and I found a series that I absolutely loved and adored when I was in the 5th, 6th grade, and that was the Mysterious Benedict Society. And so I didn't know that there were more books. I knew there was a second book. I never finished it, but there's another book, and I don't know if this is the 3rd or the 4th or whatever. And so yeah, so the Mysterious Benedict Society is a middle grade series. It's about, what is it about? It's basically kind of like Lies of Locke Lamora, but for like younger people. This is like orphans or whatever. This guy, he puts out a test, and if you're smart enough, you pass, and then you get sent to this one school for free, and there's just like kind of espionage in this boarding school where they know something fishy is happening, and these kids are kind of like trying to sniff out the fishiness, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I just got 3 books from that series: Mysterious Benedict Society, The Mysterious Benedict Society, and The Prisoner's Dilemma, and The Extraordinary Education of Nicholas Benedict. So that's 5 of the books I've gotten, so it's okay, it's not that bad. Today I went to Newport and I ended up at the library. Surprise, surprise. And they were, I just looked in their book sale section because I can't really check out any books from the library in a different county. So I looked at it and I found 3 books there, and one was The Girl on the Train, basically a brand new copy, by Paula Hawkins. I haven't read it. An American Heritage by Tayari Jones, yeah, and Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I have read, so I've only read 2 John Green novels. I've read The Fault in Our Stars and Looking for Alaska. Fault in Our Stars I did enjoy, Looking for Alaska I did not. So I figured, I heard that this is like one of John Green's best works, according to some people, so hopefully it'll put him in the plus side. So, you know, 3rd time, we'll see. It'll be the tiebreaker to see if I do like John Green or not, because I feel like 2 books is not enough to judge an author, you know, like authors grow and change and whatever. Anywho, back to when I was in the children's section. I saw this, when I was in the children's section, before I walked in there, I was like, if I see the first book to the Nancy Drew series, or if I see the first book to a series of unfortunate events by Lemony Snicket, I will get either one. They didn't have the first book for Nancy Drew, but they did have a first book for as a series of unfortunate events, A Bad Beginning. And so I got it. I'm a third of the way through? Yeah, I'm about a third of the way through, and it's kind of frustrating. Just because it is like geared towards such a younger audience, it's kind of harder for me to read just for how repetitive the writing is, but I do enjoy the story. It is a frustrating story, you know, it's just like, why don't things work out? And yeah, so I do like it. I had never read it, and I wanted to, so it's like a nice easy read for like when I can't function, you know, I can't read like a harder book. I guess it's like a good like childish book to read. That being said, Lemony Snicket, I knew that was a pen name, and I looked into it, and Daniel Handler is the actual author, and of all books that I have read, it's something I would have never ever guessed. He wrote Why We Broke Up. If you guys remember, that's like a story about like a girl, she's writing letters and it's attached to objects that she's writing to her ex-boyfriend of the reasons why they broke up. And I mean, I guess that's a sad story. This is a sad story, like kind of makes sense, but I did not see that coming. So last but not least, I've got a book, not for myself. It was my sister's birthday this past month, and I ordered her something, and it's okay for me to post this on here because I will have given to her by the time this video is up, supposedly. But I got Magnolia by Kristi Cook. I have no idea what this is about. I think it's like a Romeo and Juliet in the Mississippi, from like Hate to Love kind of thing. Family Feud, whatever. I don't know. I snuck onto her Goodreads and saw a book that she was on her want to read, and so I just got it. Oh, yeah, so those are the books I got so far this month. Oh, I actually got also Perks of Being a Wallflower by, I'm forgetting his name, but Perks of Being a Wallflower, that's at my house back home, and so yeah. I have a problem, but hey, I felt good. It made me feel good buying books. It's just helped for me to like de-stress from this stressful month. So I don't care. I'm reading a ton, and I will be coming back to you guys soon. Have you read any of these? Let me know in the comments below if I should start with a specific one. I've already started a series of Unfortunate Events, and I've already started The Lies of Locke Lamora. So what should I get to next? Maybe not necessarily next, but what I should put higher up on my next to read list. So I'll see you guys soon. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Mwah.